Sky News at 2. Portuguese police reopen their Madeleine investigation. A quarter of English hospitals are high risk for patients, it's claimed. Das book Merkel's anger over US spying claims. And how Royal Mail was valued at billions over its flotation price.
This is Sky News with Kay Burley.
Very good afternoon. The investigation into Madeleine McCann's disappearance is to be reopened by Portuguese police 6 years after she first disappeared. The Home Secretary has welcomed the move.
If the public start to believe that police officers are dishonest or fall below the highest ethical standards, trust will be fatally undermined, and with it the police's capacity to operate with the consent and cooperation of the people. And I think it is astonishing that the police have not had an explicit code of ethics, an equivalent, if you like, to the Hippocratic Oath for doctors. But until now there hasn't been any such code, and the college is publishing the Code for Ethics of Ethics for consultation today, and I think it will prove vital for establishing and maintaining fundamental ethical standards.
Our Crown correspondent Martin Brunt is standing by at Scotland Yard for us this afternoon, returning to Theresa May on a different topic very shortly. But first, Martin, let's talk in a bit more detail, should we, about Madeleine McCann, her disappearance, and it's the investigation to be reopened by Portuguese authorities. Why the change of heart?
Well, it appears that there was a meeting on the 17th of October in Lisbon. A very senior officer, Assistant Commissioner from Scotland Yard, and the lead investigating detective met with their opposite numbers. And what's prompted this opening or reopening of the Portuguese investigation is lines of inquiry. Nobody's talking about evidence, but lines of inquiry that have been unearthed by the Portuguese detectives themselves. For the past 18 months, a very small team of 4 or 5 detectives have been shut away in the northern city of Porto, reviewing the original Portuguese police investigation, and they've come up with material that they want to pursue, and it includes a number of potential witnesses. And under the rather complicated, arcane system of Portuguese judicial system, it needed the Attorney General there to signal the go-ahead. So that's what's happened. It was previewed in the Portuguese media last night. It's happened very quickly. An announcement about an hour ago, and the Portuguese police are to reopen their own investigation. And it's being made clear here that it will run in parallel with Scotland Yard's own investigation. So it's not like there's a sense of competition. The two investigations will get on with the material that each of it has unearthed.
Talk to me about the history of the investigation, if you would please, Martin. Take us back 6 years.
Well, there were calls, of course, originally that Scotland Yard or a British police force should have got involved from the very start. Much criticism of the way the Portuguese began their investigation, but all that, of course, is water under the bridge. And this is effectively what happened. After Madeleine disappeared in 2007, it was in July 2008, 15 months later, that the Portuguese police, having found very little in terms of clues, abandoned their investigation. In November 2010, Madeleine's parents began an online petition to try persuade British and Portuguese police to start a joint review of the evidence gathered so far. In May 2011, David Cameron, the Prime Minister, asked Scotland Yard to help investigate. That led not to an investigation, but to a review of evidence gathered by the Portuguese and the McCann's own investigators. In June this year, the Home Office agreed to turn that into a full investigation, agreed the funding of a full investigation by Scotland Yard. And on the 14th of October this year, a new TV appeal, police went on and made appeals for new information, produced 2 e-fits of a potential suspect, and that prompted, at the time, within a few days, 2,400 phone calls. And that's led, of course, to today's announcement that the Portuguese are to reopen their investigation that, as I said, is being emphasised. It will run in parallel with Scotland Yard's own investigation.
OK, Martin, for now, thank you. Just want to update you a little bit further on some more breaking news for you here at Sky Centre within the last few moments. The energy giant Scottish Power said it'll increase gas prices by an average of